Assalamualaikum. Hello students, how are you? Hope you are all fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to my class. I think today's class will help you to understand the lesson better. So let's move. I am Marfa Sultana, Assistant Teacher in English, Rangpur Government Girls High School. This is English first paper class for class 8. So my dear students, before going to the main topics, let's enjoy our video. So dear students, how do you enjoy the video? Now tell me, what is the video about? I think you have got it. Yes, the video is about floating market. So our today's lesson is the Thaka floating market, and this is at Unit 6, Lesson 9. Just open your book at page 68, Section B. Dear student, the lesson describes about Mita and her uncle's family's visit to the Thaka floating market. They hired a boat to see the market. Most of the sellers in the market were elderly Thai women who were selling varieties of fruits and fresh vegetables here. There is a text in section B which you have to read silently and individually. But before reading, I want to give you meaning of some unknown words. Dear students, as you know, vocabulary is very important to understand the topics. Our first word is delicious. The meaning of the word here is very tasty. The use of the word here is mashed means is a delicious food. Second word is tourist. The meaning of the word here is a person who travels or visits a place for pleasure. The use of the word here is every year many tourists visit Cox's Bazar. Number 3, communicate. The meaning of the word here is to exchange information. The use of the word here is we can communicate easily through mobile phone. Number 4, traditional. The meaning of the word here is belief, customs, and way of life of a particular group of people practiced for a long period. The use of the word here is sari is the traditional dress of Bangladeshi women. Number 5, native. The meaning of the word here is local people. The use of the word native people gathered in a village market. Now, dear students, before going to section B, read the questions very attentively that I have set here. Questions. Number 1, what kind of market was it? Number 2, why did the boatmen row slowly? Number 3, who were selling goods? How were they selling their goods? Now you have to answer the questions after reading the text. My dear students, here I have set the text for your reading. You have to pause the video and read the text. You may take your book and read it. My dear students, as it is not a regular class, I have to move fast. Dear learners, look at the 3 questions again. And I think you have completed the answer of these 3 questions. Now your task is to match the answer with me. First one, it was a floating market. Second one is The boatmen rowed slowly because there were boats everywhere and the people were buying and selling goods. Third one is the elderly Thai women were selling goods. They displayed their goods on the boat for sale, and from there the buyers were choosing their feet. My dear learners, now come to section C. Here is a text about more about the Thaka River and Mita's experience. Your task is to read the text very attentively, and after reading the text, you have to find out the true or false statement. Dear learners, here you can see some statements. You have to find out whether they are correct or false. I think you have done it. I am also giving you answer of these statements. Number one is false. Correct information. The Thak Kha floating market is a traditional market. Number two is true. Number three false. Correct information. It sits 3 days a week. Number four is true. Dear students, now come to section E. Here your task is you have to read the text again in section C and find out the answer of the following questions. The first question is why is the Thaka floating market traditional? And number two is why do you think people at the floating market know each other so well? So, my dear students, I think you have completed the answer. Here, I also mm, write the answer of this question. Just match your answer with me. Number one, the Thaka floating market is traditional because it used to sit depending on the phase of the moon. Number two, people at the floating market know each other so well because they are local. Dear learners, now you have to read the passage in section F. But before reading, I want to give you three questions, and while reading, you have to find out the answer of these three questions. The first one is who are hungry? Second one is how did the elderly women know that Mita and others want to buy food? Number three, what does the phrase easygoing mean? So, my dear student, here I have also said the text for your reading, and you have to read the text and find out the answer of these three questions. So, my dear students, look at the three questions again and find out the answer of these questions. I think you have completed the answer of these three questions, and I am also giving you the answer of these questions. Number one, Mita and her companions were hungry. Number two, Mita and her companions were rowed near the boat of an elderly woman to buy food. Thus, the elderly woman guessed that Mita and others wanted to buy food. Number three, the phrase easygoing means relaxed and happy to accept things without worrying or getting angry. Dear learners, section H is your homework. Here your task is to describe a nearby bazaar or market in your locality by answering the following questions. Number one, what is the market called? Give its name if there is any. How far is it from your home? Number two, when does the market sit? Number three, what can you buy at the market? Number four, do you like going to the market? If you do, write why. Dear students, thank you to all for watching my class. Dear students, stay home and stay safe.